Good evening, everybody, and Happy New Year. It's hard to believe that it is 2022 already. It seems like we were just making our plans for the end of 2021, and the optimism that we began this year with certainly did provide us with some challenges, didn't it? But I'm hoping that the one thing that we've learned, especially from being here each week as we meditate, is that every year, every day, every moment has the potential, has the possibility to be a good moment for us if we choose to respond to whatever is happening in that moment with positivity, with optimism, and with a sense of ourselves, regardless of what the moment looks like from the outside, regardless of whether it's painful or joyful. Each moment is an opportunity for us to grow. And so as we move through and into this next year, I invite everyone to think of every moment that is happening, even checking yourself, checking ourselves in those moments that don't feel so great, and really reflecting on how they can help us to know ourselves better, which in turn will help us to grow. It's a big ask for the beginning of the year, but that's why we have these weekly check-ins so that we can see how we're doing on that journey. So yes, we are beginning, I think this is our third year almost of our evening meditations done from our homes since the pandemic began, and really has allowed us all, myself included, to continue this midweek practice of just taking some time, making some time, and being in the stillness with whatever spirit has guided us to reflect on, and helping us in that guidance for fun and for intuition is our wonderful Earth Magic Oracle cards. I love these cards. These cards have shown us messages each week that allow us to reflect both individually and as a community about where we might want to focus our intentions for the week that as we complete it, and then the beginning of the next week. So it's a new year. There are so many new opportunities, and everything is possible at the beginning of a new year, isn't it? So let's enter into this meditation and into this reflection, knowing that anything is possible, regardless of how it may seem in our material world. We know that we, with our thoughts, with our intentions, can make things happen for ourselves. And so we use the cards. We draw one card, and that is after I move the cards around, shuffling them, and I say that in air quotes, and we draw the top card, and that is really so that you can see that I'm not using my intuition to reach into the center of the deck, that if we've added our energy to this deck, we're going to draw that top card. Everybody sees it. Everybody knows that it is the top card, and that is the card that is our card for tonight and for this week and for the message. And then we will embark on a meditation using a variety of sound cues, maybe the bowls, maybe the drums, wherever the card takes us. It inspires me to go. So let's do this now. Let us add our energy to the cards. Hold those hands up there or scrunch your heads and send me your energy. If you are watching on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, please remember to hit like this video and subscribe to our channel. And remember that whenever you watch the video, even if it is recorded, your energy is involved. Your energy is inherent in this meditation because you have intended it and put it there. So let's do this. Feeling that energy come through from everybody. And let us stop. The top card. Our first card for the new year is interesting. We have never had this card before, everybody. The card is whale. A beautiful mammal, a beautiful resident of our seas. And the message is breach. And I must admit to being extremely curious as to what that message means in the context of these cards. So I'm going to put this card into a place where you can take a look at it and examine it closely. Let us see what the card, what the messaging has to say. And I do invite you to take a good look at the components of the card, the image. How does it make you feel? How does each word make you feel? How does whale make you feel when you see it just viscerally in the first viewing? And the word breach can mean several things. And then as I read through the message from the Earth Magic book, again, think about how it makes you feel. And we're going to have the card up during our meditation so that we are able to recall some of the feelings, some of the images and impressions that we had as we looked at the card as well. So we go back to this image because it's all related. The card, the image, the message, which is why we love these Earth Magic cards. The card is whale, the message is breach. And it is the first time we've had this card, which I find exciting. This powerful creature of the ocean takes a few great sweeps with his fins and propels himself briefly out of the waters where he spends the majority of his life. He's taking a break from the ordinary earth element in which he lives to exist even for a few moments in the realm of blue skies and sun, having broken through the skin of the ocean in a magnificent display of fullness and strength. All baleen whales breach, but none more spectacularly than the humpbacks, considered the acrobats of this family. They arch, stretch, and twist their bodies even as they approach the surface of the water in what may be an ancient mating ritual, a form of communication, or even a way to remove parasites. In this image, the humpback whale that has burst out of the ocean expresses an almost palpable feeling of release and joy. Often, when we manage to change our environment, to break through illusory blockages, we experience an intense feeling of relief and can let go of any previously held fears and assumptions of what would happen once we did overcome that barrier, whether it's material, emotional, or mental. Simply getting away from the trance of technology for a few hours and spending that time in nature is a breach from the trappings of civilization that can suffocate us and prevent us from connecting to Earth. Though I will ask you to not take that break from technology while you're on our online meditation, if you please. But the time is now to take a break, not just a coffee break, but a respite from the usual environment you find yourself in. That trip you wanted to take, go for it. Tired of being indoors? Make it a point to get outside. You have become so attached to your surroundings that you have created within them an illusion of safety. Yet it is not these things that make you feel safe. Rather, the familiarity you have imbued in your surroundings have generated this false sense of security. Taking time away from the familiar is literally about changing your external environment in a significant way, such as doing something unusual or perhaps something you have always wanted to experience. Another perspective is breaking through the barrier of beliefs that have constricted you in any way from being who you truly are. This is your opportunity to do some intentional breaching of these thought patterns, which will open you to different worlds and perspectives. So I love this expression of this card, this meaning of the word breach. And for me, perhaps an oversimplification, yet a very clear part of this is breaking out of our comfort zone, breaking out of the comfort zone because the comfort that we're feeling is actually an illusion. And the relief that we feel, the relief that that whale feels when it is breached the water and into the air, is something that we feel when we have tried to do something or when we've done something that we've always wanted to do but might have been too nervous or afraid to do. So it's a very straightforward assignment for the week ahead, and that is to do something to breach that sense of safety that we have drawn into us as an illusion, and to allow yourself to feel the exhilaration of having done or tried or experienced or just embraced something new. We'll check back next week to see how that went for everybody. Now, you may want to journal about this. You may want to think about your feelings as we go into meditation tonight, but it's very exciting to think about breaking free in a way from our surroundings to give ourselves a taste of something else that may be just as exciting, that we may have been too nervous to experience or try. So it is time to meditate. And how do we do that? Well, we begin by getting comfortable. One of the most wonderful things about this Wednesday evening is that you can make your nest however you want to make it. You can bring your favorite pillows, your favorite comfort items. Maybe it's your childhood stuffed animal that is your adult stuffed animal. Maybe it is your favorite fur baby that is alive and is cuddling with you. But this is that time to gather those things, your favorite blanket, your favorite pillow, and to put them around you and to allow those things to energize you. We're going to be relaxing, but we want them to energize you, to fill you with your sense of self, so that as we go into meditation, you're in an active space where you are deepening yourself and learning and aligning with Spirit in the way that Spirit has invited us to align tonight, with that beautiful vision of the whale and that wonderful definition and perspective of the word breach, which is to breach that which has been keeping us, or we thought has been keeping us safe. And once we're comfortable, why don't we keep our eyes open for our first breaths, just so we can kind of tap into what we're all doing together as we inhale and exhale. So we're going to inhale through our nose, and we're going to take our time. We're going to fill our entire body, not just our lungs or our stomach. We're going to fill all of it. Imagine that oxygen going all throughout our bodies, holding for a moment, because the oxygen is going to do its cleansing work. And then we expel that oxygen, we exhale and release it out back into the ether. Shall we? Inhale and hold. And exhale. Again, inhale and hold and exhale. Now on this last one, as we exhale, hold and exhale, allow your eyes to just settle shut. And we're going to continue our breathing. We're going to continue our breathing intentionally and intentfully, inhaling and exhaling. And with each breath we draw and hold and exhale, we're going to become more and more relaxed. We're going to allow that nest that we've made for ourselves to basically hold us and embrace us and sustain us as we move deeper and deeper into our meditation and deeper into ourselves. We're breathing. Allowing the tones to align with our breath. To activate our becoming more and more relaxed into our meditation. Allow the tone to draw you deeper. And as we go deeper, let us just take a moment to relax our physical bodies and to give ourselves permission to float freely as an essence from our physical bodies. We'll start by focusing on where our toes are. And imagining them to just slowly dissipate and disappear, almost like a waft of mist. And as that mist moves up our physical body, through our feet, dissolving into the air around us, that part of our body becomes relaxed. It experiences no pain or tension. And we dissolve our physical selves into the mist, knowing that our breath holds us, tethers us to this world. We are completely safe. Just imagine that mist moving up our legs and our knees and thighs and our hips and our waist and our torso. Just our body just mists away, softly, softly into the air, moving up through our chest and our shoulders and down through our arms, all the way out through our fingertips. Our body has become a beautiful, soft mist, like a breath. Up through our neck and our chin and our mouth and lips and our nose and cheeks, just dissolving into the beautiful mist. Our eyes and our forehead, all the way up to our crown. And as the tone disappears, we realize that we are remaining in this space, that along with our material physical bodies that we've allowed to temporarily dissipate, that so has all of the material world around us. And here we are as an essence, in a space that is the supreme essence. When we sense the vastness and the safety and the comfort of this supreme essence, we've suddenly realized we always have been, that we always are. And here in this supreme essence, we allow ourselves to reflect on what we've just seen and heard from that beautiful card we saw, the whale, the message of breach. And here in the safety of this space of supreme essence, we allow the thoughts of our essence, of this card and of this message, to align with something deeply personal in our own lives. What did we hear? What did we feel when we heard the reading that said there's something we might want to transcend or breach? What was that part or that zone of comfort that we knew in that moment the card was referring to. We open our totality of being to the authenticity of what that comfort zone is, and how we might, even for a moment, even simply, break free and breach that zone. And we allow our image and vision of that card to appear hovering over our idea of what that comfort zone is. And we allow that card and its image to dissolve over that comfort zone idea and align with it as a truth, as an experience that excites us as much as it may give us some pause. No, we have seen and felt exactly that experience of comfort or the illusion of safety that we can choose to break free of in the coming days, in the next week. We allow just ever so briefly some of our fears and trepidations about that experience to just come to the surface. Let us give them voice and let us wave goodbye to them and let them go. The dissonance of the tones represent our fears, trepidations, apprehensions. And we greet them and smile at them. And we may even chuckle at them, for they work so hard to keep us from moving, to keep us from seeing the illusion of comfort and safety that comes from material embracing. Now that we've waved goodbye to any of our apprehensions or fears, let us imagine ourselves not making the breach itself. Let us imagine ourselves having already done it. Let us free ourselves from trying to figure out how to make this breach and how to break free. And let us imagine ourselves having done it, the exhilaration of the freedom that we feel, the exhilaration that that whale expresses, that joy that it feels as it jumps from the water and turns about and the water splashes. We experience that joy. Feel that joy. It's already done. We don't have to plan anymore. It's done. We've done it. We are in the joy. We are splashing about the waters of our feeling of pride in ourselves. Splashing about, dancing about, celebrating. We are vibrating our essence, feeling the tingle, the exhilaration, and the sense of accomplishment. And now for just a moment in our own silence, we allow that feeling of joy and exhilaration to settle in and fuse with our essence. We allow the peace of that accomplishment to strengthen us. The inside of that essence, our essence. And as we have aligned with the essence, we suddenly become aware of the others in this space that have made this same journey. It's like the eyes that open in our essences, that we become aware and see and greet one another in this space. Feeling the connection, feeling the fellowship of knowing that we don't go through this experience alone, that we share as a community this experience of breach, of breakthrough, breaking through, becoming something new for a moment or longer. And so we reach out with our essence to one another, feeling the embrace and the hug of all of us as if we were in a circle, clasping each other's hands, of our physical, free bodies as the mist, as a ring, as an unending cycle of conscious, beautiful beings, all having broken free, having breached and accomplished. And as that group, as that community, as that collection of essences of spirit, in this place of supreme essence, we choose to return to our physical selves and to do it together, knowing that even as we end up in our individual spaces, we are still always connected by this experience, uniquely. The tones beckon us back to our physical bodies. We find ourselves remembering that breath, which has never stopped. Which has always kept us anchored as we journeyed. We inhale and exhale with intention. And we allow our physical bodies to make themselves present again. And that mist of essence that we have become just begins to trickle back. Starting at our crown, we feel our head and forehead and cheeks just mist around, almost taking shape around an invisible form that was always there, all the way down our neck and our shoulders and our arms, all the way out to our fingertips, our chest, and our torso, and our waist, and our hips, and our backside, and our legs, our knees and calves and feet. Everything has returned. It's never really left. But here it is. We've released our pain and angst. We've released any discomfort because we've broken through our comfort zone. We've broken through. and become comfortable again. And so let us come back completely by taking our 3 deep breaths. And on the 3rd breath, we will open our eyes. Inhale and exhale. Inhale again and exhale. And one final breath. Let us open our eyes and hello. Hello. That was quite an experience. Imagining that whale, aligning with that one experience, that one that you knew, as I read those words, was going to be the one that you were going to breach this week. It doesn't have to be grand. It can be small, baby steps in our growth. But it will be one that when we do it, is going to feel so wonderful and allow us to give ourselves that pat on the back that we so deserve each and every day. Our ambient noise, which I forgot to mention, from the various sounds coming from around my home, which is in the downtown area of Washington, D.C., should always be wonderful cues that our meditation and our state of meditation can exist wherever we are, regardless of our surroundings. It's the messaging for our being able to center ourselves no matter what the peering of our circumstances might be. So thank you for moving with the sound of the dogs barking from various locations, one from outside and one from in. And I hope that you see them and hear them as delightful as I experience them every day. So this is our first of our year, guys. So thank you so much for being here, and really let us honor our assignment this week, because it's an honor system. I don't know whether you've done them or not, and you may not come next week, but even if you aren't able to be here, give yourself the opportunity to make that breach, to dance like that whale. You deserve it. We all deserve it. So go forth tonight. It's a new year. Be well. Imagine wellness in yourself and share your wellness with others. And that is how we all stay well in these crazy times. Please stay healthy. Please do what you need to do to keep yourself safe and healthy always, and to choose that for yourself. I love you all. I always enjoy being here with you, and I will look forward to many more in the coming year. Again, Happy New Year and